Questioned me on these facts, but it came straight from the gut, so you're saying that's not true. Well, it is. Alright? Jack out. Okay. Alright, let's start here. Wait, is the speaker filled? Hi, Mom and Dad. Okay. Alright, let's start off here. Well, I'm doing the income inequality in Egypt and what caused the revolution there. Well, I think it's important to firstly understand that you got 700,000 young people in Egypt who have college degrees, and that's the vast majority of the young population, 20 to 25, have college degrees, and there's only 200,000 jobs for them, which are mostly controlled by the government. So for the last 20 years, you've had a mass, there's been a big amount of child growth in of young people, and there are no jobs for them. So obviously people got quite upset about them. 1 in 5 people there are young, and there's a northern region in Egypt and the southern region, and 85% of the unemployed, the people who are unemployed, the young people who are unemployed, are in the southern region, and about, I think, like, was it like 50, something like 50% of young people 20 to 25 were unemployed. So, and 85% of those 50 were in the southern, more rural region. So, what happened there was that there weren't any jobs for the young people who were coming in, and the jobs that were there were very simple jobs, and they weren't paying anything. I mean, the average, I think the average family in Egypt before the revolution broke, they were living on something like $2 a day. What's interesting is there's been an incredible sort of, over the last 20 years, the income gap has grown exponentially, and now, before the highest 20% controlled 48% of the wealth, and the lowest 20% controlled 5.8% of the wealth. So for something like that, it would only be expected that people would get eventually pissed off. And so, what are the implications here for the rest of the world? What's interesting about this is if you look at a country like America, the numbers really are not that different. So you have the 1% of America controls about a third of the nation's wealth, and that number has only grown. It's peaked well over the last 50 years as the market has become more deregulated. The average, I think, in the United States, the average CEO used to make 30 times more than its employee. Now it's something like 300 times more. So, with that in mind, it's sort of questionable why the Occupy Wall Street movement hasn't, gained more of a threshold. And it says a lot about what we value in American security, and the fact that what side, what the bias is towards in the media. Is it towards the rich or the average people? So, this has greater implications in the world. It starts with the young people, with the middle class. So it goes to show that if a country doesn't want people to rebel, they especially have to make sure not to piss off the young, because those are the people who start revolutions. What's interesting about that is how much we value income often over even the democratic government is huge. I mean, if you look at a place like the Arab Emirates, you don't see anybody talking about revolution there. In Saudi Arabia, and that's because there's no taxes. And the majority of the people are relatively well off. So people really do value their income, and you can very easily argue people value their income over the government that serves them. So, if you keep the younger people especially happy with the kind of money they're making, any government can avoid a bigger revolution.